Let's kick things off with a bold statement. The Kansas City Chiefs just had the best offseason in the entire NFL. Yeah, I said it, and I'm not the only one. Even ESPN agrees. And honestly, how can you argue with that when you take a step back and look at everything that went down? Think about it. The Chiefs went into this offseason with major question marks. Big names like Joe Thuney were out. It looked like we might not be able to afford key guys like Trey Smith and Nick Bolton. And yet, Brett Veach pulled off magic. Not only did the Chiefs manage to hold on to important players, but they also nailed the draft. That's not something you see often, especially from a team already sitting at the top. And the wildest part? They didn't even draft for need. They drafted for talent. That's what you can do when your roster is already stacked. You go after the best players available instead of plugging holes. That kind of confidence and long-term vision is why the Chiefs remain Super Bowl favorites heading into 2025. Now here's something I want to throw your way. Do you think this is the best offseason the Chiefs have had in the Mahomes era? Seriously, go down to the comments and let me know what your favorite offseason move was. Was it keeping Trey Smith, drafting Josh Simmons, or maybe it was watching Veach make cap space appear out of thin air again? I want to hear your take. And hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown and you bleed red and gold like the rest of us, make sure you're subscribed to Total Chiefs News. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers, and every click brings us closer. Hit that sub button, tap the notification bell, and don't forget to like this video so more Chiefs fans can find us. All right, let's dive deeper, because the next big question is, which rookie's going to start right out of the gate? All right, let's talk about the most talked about rookie on this Chiefs roster. First-round pick, Josh Simmons. Chiefs Kingdom had mixed reactions on draft night. Some fans loved the pick, others were scratching their heads. But now that rookie minicamp is in the books, it's clear why Brett Veach and Andy Reid were so high on this kid. Josh Simmons is a physical beast. He's athletic, he's mean in the trenches, and he plays with a chip on his shoulder. At Ohio State, he flashed serious upside, but also had a few rough patches. The raw talent is there. Now it's all about coaching him up and seeing if he can take that next step at the NFL level. And where better to do that than in Kansas City? But here's where things get interesting. Right now, the Chiefs have Wanya Morris penciled in as the starting left tackle. He showed promise last season, and he's not giving up that job without a fight. So the big question is, can Simmons beat him out during training camp? Andy Reid isn't the type to hand out starting jobs to rookies. You've got to earn it. But if Simmons continues to impress like he did in rookie minicamp, don't be surprised if he pushes Morris for that starting spot come week 1. Let's do a quick poll. Who do you want to see protecting Patrick Mahomes' blind side this season? Drop a Simmons in the comments if you're betting on the rookie, or type Morris if you think experience wins out. We'll count up the votes and feature the results in the next video. This battle at left tackle could define the early part of the season for the Chiefs. Protecting Mahomes is priority number 1, and both of these young guys know it. Coming up next, we're diving into the offensive weapons. Could one of the new wide receivers actually become Mahomes' go-to guy? Let's shift to the wide receiver room, where the Chiefs might have struck gold with 2 under-the-radar rookies, Brashard Smith and Jalen Royals. Neither of these guys were household names coming into the draft. In fact, Royals went undrafted. But after rookie minicamp, they're suddenly looking like potential gems, the kind of weapons Patrick Mahomes can mold into serious threats. Let's start with Brashard Smith. This guy is fast. We're talking blazing speed, elite burst, and quick cuts that left defenders in the dust during drills. He's coming out of Miami, where he didn't have the most consistent quarterback play, but still managed to showcase playmaking ability. The Chiefs lined him up all over the field during minicamp, outside in the slot, even motioning into the backfield. That's a sign that Andy Reid sees real potential. Here. Then there's Jalen Royals, the undrafted wideout from Utah State. He wasn't just good at rookie minicamp, he was the biggest surprise. Royals showed great hands, precise route running, and a calm confidence that turned heads. There's always that one undrafted guy who makes a splash in Kansas City. Could Royals be this year's Justin Ross? With Rashee Rice's status uncertain due to legal troubles and Hollywood Brown still learning the offense, there's room for a rookie to step up and grab a role early. If Smith or Royals, or both, keep this up in OTAs and training camp, they could climb the depth chart fast. Imagine Mahomes with another speedster like Smith or a reliable chain mover like Royals. That opens up the playbook big time. Question for you. Which of these rookies do you think has the best shot at cracking the starting lineup, Smith or Royals? Hit the comments with your pick, and let's get a little WR debate going. Next up, we're breaking down the defensive side. And one rookie who's making a serious case to join Steve Spagnuolo's rotation early. Now let's talk defense. The Chiefs' secondary has been a cornerstone of their success, young, athletic, and incredibly versatile. But with L'Jarius Sneed gone, there's a real opportunity for someone to step up. And one name is suddenly buzzing louder than expected: Kamal Haden. This sixth-round pick out of Tennessee wasn't getting a ton of attention during the draft process. He slipped down boards due to injury, concerns and questions about his consistency. But at rookie minicamp, Haden looked like a man on a mission. He was aggressive in coverage, reading routes like a veteran, and even had a few pass breakups that drew cheers from the sideline. What stood out most wasn't just his physical ability, it was the attitude. Haden played with a chip on his shoulder, like he knew people doubted him and was out to prove them wrong. And let's be honest, with Sneed out of the picture and Trent McDuffie sliding into the CB1 role, there's a wide-open competition for the other outside corner spot. Sure, guys like Jalen Watson and Joshua Williams have the experience edge, but if Haden keeps stacking strong practices, he's going to force Spagnuolo to take notice. He fits the Chiefs' mold: long, physical, and willing to mix it up in press coverage, and Spags loves defensive backs who can tackle, which Haden isn't afraid to do. If he shows he can be consistent in OTAs and training camp, don't be shocked if he's in the rotation early. Chiefs Kingdom, here's a poll for you. Do you think Kamal Haden can become a Week 1 starter? Type yes if you believe in the underdog story, or not yet if you think he needs more time. In our final chapter, we'll wrap things up with a full recap and talk about the biggest takeaway from this rookie minicamp. So what's the bottom line after the Chiefs' rookie minicamp? Simple. This draft class didn't just show up, they showed out. From Brashard Smith, electrifying the field with speed and swagger, to Josh Simmons proving he belongs in the trenches, and Kamal Haden turning heads in the secondary. This was a camp full of attitude, hunger, and upside. It's clear Brett Veach and the Chiefs scouting department weren't just looking for talent, they were looking for fit. These rookies already seem to understand the culture in Kansas City. They're not wide-eyed and overwhelmed. They're confident, ready to work, and in some cases, ready to compete. For serious playing time, of course it's still early, minicamp is just the first step. There's a long road ahead through OTAs, training camp, and preseason, but you better believe Andy Reid and his staff took notice of the energy and execution these rookies brought to the table. If you're a Chiefs fan, you should be excited. These aren't just bodies to fill out the roster, they're potential contributors, maybe even future stars. So here's the final question for today. Which rookie impressed you the most so far? Brashard Smith, Josh Simmons, Kamal Haden, or someone else? Drop your pick in the comments and tell us why. Make sure you're subscribed, because we'll be tracking these rookies all summer long. Training camp battles, roster projections, injury updates. We've got you covered every step of the way. Thanks for hanging out with us today, Chiefs Kingdom. See you in the next one, and go Chiefs!